Have you ever wondered, what if everything you see isn't real? Everything around us is just an illusion created by someone or something, much more powerful than we can imagine. Today, let's talk about one of the most frightening yet fascinating hypotheses of our time. What if we're living in a simulation? And let's start with a real-life case study. In 2023, American streamer Jack Wilmath decided to conduct an experiment. He immersed himself in virtual reality for a whole week, 168 hours in a row. No breaks. He slept, ate, exercised, played, socialized, and all this without leaving VR. Sounds like science fiction, but it's a fact. The cameras captured everything. At first, everything seemed interesting and even fun. But on the third day, he started to get weird. He lost his orientation, couldn't distinguish between virtual and real. And when the experiment was over, he had mental and sleep problems for a long time. Why am I telling this story? Because it shows that the line between reality and simulation is thinner than it seems. Now, imagine that we are already living in a simulation, not in virtual reality goggles, but right now, in this room, in this world. Does that sound crazy? Maybe, but first of all, our world is too logical. Everything in it obeys strict physical laws. Electrons behave the same way anywhere in the universe. The laws of gravity are unchanging. It's like everything works according to a set of rules, like a game. Secondly, everything can be described through math. Even human DNA is a kind of code. We are literally built of information, the 4 letters of the genetic alphabet. If it's not a digital trace, what is it? One of the most influential and progressive people on the planet, Elon Musk, is sure. We are living in a simulation. He even voiced the probability. The chance that we are not in a simulation is 1 in a billion. In other words, it's almost guaranteed that this is an artificially created world. Not ours, but someone else's. Now, statistically, 1 in 10 people in the world suffers from psychological problems. Now imagine if tomorrow on the news they said, "You're living in a simulation." What would happen? It's scary to imagine. People would cease to feel the value of life. Faith, religion, morality, love, friendship, family, everything would be devalued. I mean, if it's just a simulation, what difference does it make? Most likely, crime rates will skyrocket. People will start doing things that morality used to hold back. Murder, suicide, mayhem. Some will see it as a game with no consequences. Let's think about it. Right now, the most powerful supercomputer in the world is the Summit quantum machine. It can perform 200 quadrillion operations per second. That's an incredible amount of power, and it costs more than $200 million. But here's the catch. To simulate 8 billion people, with all their personality, emotions, memories, plus animals, plants, planets, space, you need a machine millions of times more powerful. And it also needs to process the data in real time and without fail. Is that possible? Not now. But if we're talking about an extraterrestrial civilization, or the future of mankind in 10,000 years, why not? The signs could be. For example, bugs in the system. Already now, people are telling about strange coincidences, déjà vu, perception glitches. But in the future, this may become a mass phenomenon. Imagine, the system starts to overload. We're seeing more and more catastrophes. Volcanoes, earthquakes, pandemics. These aren't just natural disasters, but failures in the simulation, code errors, and then the apocalypse, because the system can't take the strain. Living in a simulation is not necessarily a bad thing. On the contrary, look, you can be anything you want to be. You are a player in a huge game. You have free will. You can evolve, love, create, influence. Who says simulation is a prison? What's more, in any game, there is a hero, the chosen one. Someone who can crack the system, go beyond it. Is there such a person already among us? Or will it be you? What if this whole video is part of the simulation? Are you watching it not of your own free will, but because the code brought you here? Write in the comments, do you believe in the theory of simulation, or is it all just fantasy? And remember, everything may not be what it seems.